Hey everybody, Bobby Mar here, and welcome to my weekly SEOPA Chat Seize Your Passion. Today I'm going to talk about how to deliver a rockstar presentation. So let's get to it, shall we? Go. Hello everybody, and happy Thursday, and I'm super excited to be here. My name is Bobby Umar. I'm a 4-time TEDx speaker. Oh, the hearts are starting. I love it. Thanks so much. Excuse me. I'm a 4-time TEDx speaker. I'm one of Inc. magazine's top 100 leadership speakers. And how did I get that way? Because I deliver rockstar presentations. Hopefully I'm doing one on Periscope right now. But when I get on stage and the energy's there and I see the people, I deliver and I deliver and I over deliver. And so today I'm going to talk about how to deliver a rockstar presentation. And again, I'm here on with SEOPA Seize Your Passion because I want to share my own thoughts about how to help people and how to help, whether you're starting your own passion, whether you're starting your own business, whether you're doing something for the community. Seize Your Passion is a big part of selling ideas, and you're going to deliver presentations wherever you go, so you might as well get really, really good at it. And if you like what you're hearing, I'm here every week, 11:45 Eastern Standard Time at SEOPA. You can also tweet me, you can post, you can ask questions and ask for presentations. I can share with you my insights. Just hashtag Q4BobbyU or Seize Your Passion, and we will get back to you and create some great content. So, excuse me, sorry. I'm from Toronto, Canada. Let me know where you're from below. Comment below. If you like, share the hearts. Comment, ask questions, give your thoughts. I want to hear from you. I'm from Toronto. Where are you guys from? Post below. I want to hear from you guys. And again, today we're going to talk about the top 5 ways to deliver a rock star presentation. And let's start off with the first thing in terms of delivering a rock star presentation. I've delivered probably, I would say, 2,000 to 3,000 presentations over the last 20 years to over 100 to 200,000 people around the world. And so, I've learned a lot through it, and I'm always striving to be better. So, the number one thing to deliver a rockstar presentation is you must know your audience. So, depending on your audience, you have to change and adjust how your presentation is going to be in terms of what you use, what you say, how you relate to the audience, what their objectives are, how they feel. I speak to top CEOs who are 50 years older and plus. That's a totally different presentation than when I talk to a bunch of grade 7 and 8 students. And that was actually a hard one. But, I totally had to adjust how I did it. And in that grade 7, 8 presentation, which I normally don't talk to people that young, I threw in a lot of references to Star Wars, Inside Out, The Hunger Games, and I related to leadership, and it worked really well. They loved it. And I threw in a couple of I threw in a rap, and I threw in I brought in someone to do some spoken word, and they loved it. And that was a way to really make it different because I knew my audience, I knew what they wanted and what their expectations were. So you have to know what the audience objectives are. You have to know your audience in terms of how they're going to feel. Thanks for the hearts. Again, if you like what you're hearing, please share the hearts. Also, share us on Twitter, share us on Facebook. Let's get more people in the conversation. If you know your audience, you know what the objectives should be. You know how to present to them. You know kind of what are the key messages that are going to resonate. But knowing your audience is so insightful to the best rockstar presentations. The ones that have moved me the most, they really nailed exactly how the audience was feeling and how they wanted to feel. And that to me is so important. Knowing how your audience wants to feel, the pain that they're feeling, what trouble they're going through, how you can help them is so impactful to creating a rock star presentation. Thanks for the love the hearts. That's the first one. Now, what about you guys? What's the number one thing you think of when it comes to a rockstar presentation? Let me know below, comment below, ask me questions on anything to do with these presentations. The second thing to deliver a rockstar presentation and everything that I've ever done, it's all about storytelling. You have to include stories. I don't care if it's about the latest fiscal results at your big corporate event. What's the story behind that? When I worked in brand marketing, when I was working at Kraft, we used to talk about what's the story, and I worked on grated cheese. But the question was, what's the story there? So you want to be able to tell a story because story is a way that creates relatability. It's a way to get people nodding in the audience. Storytelling is a way to share your beliefs, your values, your traits, your customs, your ideas. So you want to try to incorporate a story in every rockstar presentation. It makes you more human. It makes the idea more human. It makes the presentation more human and more accessible. And that's what people want. Otherwise, they're going to turn their phones, especially now, like phones. You get back to your phones, and you get very, very distracted. Oh, you loving this? Go. Great. I love this. I'm actually in a really good mood this week. I've had a good week. So, yeah, I'm glad you're loving the scope. And if you're liking it, share comments, share your hearts, put some stuff below. So storytelling is really an amazing, amazing way to connect with your audience. And again, really take your presentation to star status, to rock star status. Now, how about the third thing? The third thing to deliver a rock star presentation is you want to change it up. You can't be like, and this slide talks about this, and then this slide talks about this, and then 50 slides later you've lost your audience. Okay, so you want to change it up. And changing up an audience, and again, depending on the audience, you change it up slightly, or you change it up greatly. But there's different ways to change it up. You throw in a quiz, hey, or you ask a question, or you add some music, or throw in a 2-minute video, or you have some interaction, or you have an actual activity, or you maybe do some improv, but improv on the side. Like often, sometimes what I'll do is I'll go in the audience, I'll ask a question, and I'll actually listen to someone's story and share it with the audience for 3 minutes. I didn't plan it, but sharing someone else's story or someone else's situation or challenge is a great way to make your presentation more diverse and interesting. And people want to hear that because I'm that person too. I'm that person who's struggling. So that changing up the presentation can really make it more dynamic, more engaging, more memorable. And again, one definition of a rock star presentation is memorability. Do people remember you? Do people remember the message? Do people remember how they felt? And if they do, then they're more likely to treat you in a much more rock star way, stand up, give you a standing ovation, give you applause, talk about it afterwards, want to meet you to network and connect. These are all the different things you can do to make your presentation more of a rock star status presentation. Now again, that's three. The first three ways to make a rock star presentation. Number 1, know your audience. Number 2, storytelling. Number 3, change it up. The fourth thing you want to do to deliver a rock star presentation is to be vulnerable. And be willing to be vulnerable, to share vulnerability. Whether it's your vulnerability, which is more ideal, but also the vulnerability of maybe others, like the audience member I mentioned, or maybe stories of other people that have been impacted. I did a presentation one time for, it was funeral parlor associations, and so I talked about not only the death of a personal friend of mine, but I also talked about the story of someone else who lost someone and had a very bad funeral experience. And that really made the presentation relatable and just connecting on a deeper level. We connect more deeply on our beliefs and on our values. And when that happens, again, it's something that really takes the presentation to a rock star level. And now recently I've been getting into more vulnerability with sharing my own health journey. I'm actually on a health journey. Just in the last 6 weeks, I've joined a Biggest Loser contest. I've lost 12 pounds. It's been great. But I share that in presentations. I recently reached out to the American Diabetes Association, and they want to bring me in potentially to talk about my diabetic journey. And I normally don't talk about it publicly, or what I'll do is I'll throw it in for like a 5-minute piece of a 60-minute presentation. But now I'm willing to do a presentation entirely on it, on my struggles to lose weight, to be more healthy. So, this is something that vulnerability really connects, because we all go through crap in our lives, right? So being able to share that authentically is a powerful way to make your presentation just truly rock. So the first 4 ways to rock your presentation, rock star presentation: know your audience, storytelling, change it up, be vulnerable. And again, if you have any ideas, what are some of the things that you show your flossiness? Yeah, baby, flossiness. I love that. So if you have any other ideas, what are some of the things you do to make a rock star presentation? Or if you have any questions on how to deliver a great kick-ass presentation, put them below and I'll answer them now before I have to leave. And so now, what's the fifth way that I deliver a rock star, or you can deliver a rock star presentation? You want to end your presentation with a clear, inspirational call to action. If it's not clear, that's bad. If it's not inspirational, that's bad. If it's not a call to action, like, what do you want to do after this presentation? What are we going to do? What do I want you to do? After my first TEDx talk, the call to action was, it was all about connection, authentic connection. And my call to action was, I want you to take the moment to think about ways to connect more deeply, more authentically, and more profoundly with people, because it's going to really impact your life as well as the people around you. That was my call to action. When I do a call to action on networking, I talk about, networking is going to make a difference in your lives. When I do a presentation on, say, social media, I talk about social media giving you a voice. What is that voice going to be? When I talk about personal branding, I say, listen, your brand is there. Do you want to live an authentic life the rest of your life and be joyously happy and seize your passion? If you do, great. But if you don't, then you're going to live a life of lack of clarity, lack of focus, lack of accountability, and lack of results. So those are things that I talk about. So this could be a quote, it could be a memorized message, it could be visuals, but again, end every rockstar presentation with a clear, with clarity, with a clear inspirational takeaway. And yeah, ask people to write it down and then do it is a great way to call to action, because when you write stuff down, people are 30% more likely to do it. So by all means, I think that's a great tactic to use. So again, I hope you like what I've shared today. If you have any questions, you can always submit content or ideas for my future weekly scopes at 11:45 a.m. every Thursday with Seopa, hashtag Seize Your Passion, hashtag Q4BobbyU, and I will share stuff. You can also find my stuff on YouTube. This will be uploaded on seopa.com/stream. We love what we do. We share our passion. I'm happy to join you guys, and I'm loving the hearts. It's fantastic. Anybody have any questions on Rockstar presentations, or anybody have any questions on what I've covered today? Let me review the 5 ways to deliver a rockstar presentation. Number 1, know your audience, because you want to deliver for them and over deliver for them. Number 2, storytelling, to connect and relate to people on their values and beliefs. Number 3, change it up to create variety and engagement. Number 4, be vulnerable to create authentic stories that really are more profound and more connective. And finally, 5, end on clear, inspirational call to action so people get it and are able to take something from this talk and do something afterwards. All right, so hope you like that. Hope you guys have an amazing week. I will be here every week, and you can find me on Twitter at Rayhan Bobby. Wishing you guys all the best. Thank you so much for the loves. I'm loving the world, loving you guys, and loving this post. So have a great day.